My mother had bought me a recorder for Christmas. Remember when you had to press play and record, the little portable cassette? And I pressed it on Christmas Day, and the first thing I recorded was Signifying Monkey, because I had been watching my father play it every Saturday night when him and his friends was over their house drinking. And it's all cussing. But I was like 10 and I memorized it. And I could sound like Rudy Ray Moore. Way down in the jungle deep, a signifying monkey never did sleep. You can go. And hysterical. It was the first comedy routine I learned. And I recorded it on the tape on Christmas Day. So, you know, we had to go to church Christmas morning. I recorded it as soon as I got it, because that's what I wanted. I used to play it in my room. So that evening, some women from the church came over. And my recorder was on the coffee table. And I went upstairs to get something, and I came downstairs, and I said, my mother said, and I bought Steve a recorder for Christmas. And I was at the steps, and I was looking down there. You know, I'm 10, and I'm, man, sure hope she don't press play. She said, let me see, because what you do, you press play, and she hit play. And it said, way down in the jungle deep, signifying monkey never did sleep. And my mother said, oh my Lord. And she was trying to cut it off, but she didn't know how to cut it off. She pressed that button and went, Steve. But I'm right there on the steps looking at this. She said, your daddy done went up there to talk to his friends. When he come home, get in that room over there. Your daddy gonna beat your cussing like this. And it's Christmas, Jesus' birthday, and you just in here cussing. So my father came in and my mother said, Slick, your boy, look at what your boy did. And so she pressed play. But I sound so much like Rudy Ray Moore. He said, who did this? She said, your 10-year-old son did it. Just cussing like that. And where do you think he got it from, Slick? Because she used to play it in Parliament. So my father said, boy, get your coat on, you going with me. I said, man, I'm going somewhere to get my kid. So it was a gas station, a Sohio gas station on Lakeview. He played cards with his boys. He took me up to the gas station, took the recorder out the car, and said, man, y'all got to hear this. He pressed play. All his friends was laughing and was slapping fire. What's up, little man? So I was in that and I was gonna get a whooping. I was a hero. That little his friend was going, boy, you gonna be somebody one day. And that was it. My mother took me back home. He said, now when your mama asks you what happened, you got a whooping up at the gas station. Oh, we lying? Cool. I walked in, my mama said, what happened? I said, he went with, I was acting my off. Had the bongos and everything. So I was beating on my little table. I played the bongos before it started and everything. It's by Rudy Ray Moore. You can't do it on TV. But that was my first comedy routine. J. Anthony Brown taught me how to do comedy. He was the first black headliner I met in 1985. He was the first road gig I ever had. He taught me how to do comedy. We've been friends ever since. He's now a writer on this show, but he was a writer on Arsenio, Parenthood, Sister Sister. He's been one of the top writers on a lot of shows. He wrote all those years on Arsenio Hall. He wrote all his monologues, everything. He's not gonna work with nobody. I can just save you that right there. Because we stand-ups, we work by ourselves, you know. He taught me how to do comedy in '85. There was Byron Allen, George Wallace, and J. Anthony Brown. There were only 3 black headliners in the United States. You all don't understand how comedy used to be. If you went to a comedy club in the 80s, you could not see 2 African-American comedians at a white-owned comedy club. They did not allow 2 blacks to perform on the same show. in 1985, 86, 87, 88, 89, because they didn't want the similar acts on stage. So we had to deal with that. So if he was working at a club, I couldn't work there. Even if they booked us, because my name was Steve Harvey, very nondescript, I would show up. If another black was there and the club owner saw it, one of us had to go home. And I was usually the newest act, so I had to go home. But he ended up teaching me how to do the business. I saw how much money he was making as a headliner. This one night, we was getting played at this place called, where was we at?
I think Nick's.
Nick's in Bloomington, Indiana. And at the end of the night, I was getting $75, because that's what I was making. They paid him $1,800. And they was counting his money out, and the club owner told me, he said, you step out the room. Jay said, no, he could stay. So he was paying Jay the money, the $1,800, and about $1,000 he counted. He said, man, I'm paying you guys too much money. He told the club owner, he said, hey man, I don't want to hear that. He said, unless you got 45 minutes of jokes your self, just hand me my money without all this conversation. That's what I said. That's what will be. And we just remained friends over the years. And then, you know, when I got this talk show out here in LA, came down here, he was out here. He head right on the show. Political correctness is killing comedy. I just feel that way. I just feel like right now you can't talk about nothing because political correctness is killing comedy. I don't really give a about political correctness. So when I'm off camera, I do the jokes that's funny, you know? And you gotta remember something about a joke now. The joke has to be about somebody. Are no jokes that's the subject is free of ridicule. No matter what subject you tell, somebody ain't gonna like it. You do a joke about dogs. You got pet lovers don't want to hear no jokes about dogs, you know? Well, I don't like seeing that commercial that come on TV either, with all them sick dogs on it. I don't like that commercial. But you run that every day, don't you? Dog over there shaking, you know, just freezing. Got a dog house, snow on the ground. Put a blanket on this. What is the dog over there with that one eye be looking at? They ain't got no fur on one arm and I be going, what the I be trying to eat my dinner and I hear that song. Somebody take these dogs off this. I be feeling so sorry for them dogs and I done bought about 100 of them dogs. I done spent so much money trying to save them little up dogs. I bought that dog that was freezing and sent him straight to Arizona. Get some heat, get some heat. You done had your last cold day, puppy. I got that dog with that one eye. He's in private eye training. That dog ain't had no fur on him. I bought him a nice set of sweaters. Cold. See how y'all trying not to laugh at that joke? But you know that's funny. Come on now. You ain't been sitting at the house and that commercial go on. Ain't that the saddest commercial in the world? Cut this mother off. Somebody save these dogs. Be shaking, and you know they took more than one take. Back up, get the doghouse in it. Zoom in, get a close up. Dog going, hurry up and take this shot. Hurry up and take this shot. I like that. I like that some of y'all really trying not to laugh at That's pretty funny though. I'm gonna do one last comedy special, but I'm gonna just wait till I'm finna leave TV. Cause it's gonna end it for me. Cause I'm gonna say some that's gonna be really career. No, really. I'm gonna come back, but it's gonna be my last comedy special. Because this is going to be it. Oh, I'm going to just say it, and I'm not going to care about no political correctness. I'm going to just tell the jokes I want to tell, say what I want to say. You can feel how you want to feel. All them people been coming up to me telling me, you know, you got to believe in. See, that's what's wrong with society today. If a person has a viewpoint, now in this world, if you don't agree with that viewpoint, then you're politically incorrect. Well, that's Hey, man, you're free to do whatever you want to do. But you can't come over here and make me like this because that's what you done decided to do. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Keep that over there. You can't come over here to me with that. I'm not finna go along. I don't want to go along with that. I'm a man. This is all I know. This is all I'm doing. You want to do some other that's on you. You know, you bring it over here, man, we got a problem. I'm just telling you, we got a problem if you bring it over here. But if you stay over there, you're free to, I clap for you, support you, vote for you, everything. You just can't bring over here. That's all. I'm doing me. That's all. Then that's what people should be allowed to do. Free to be whatever you want to be, but you can't make me like it. My last special, I'm thinking about naming it, you can't make me like it.